Nollywood is the adopted name for the cinema of Nigeria, the second largest movie producing industry in the world. This is Nollywood Uncut. In this show, we cut the industry open and bring into your homes the various aspects of the complex magic making machine. I am Koyi Shutadi. Glad you can join us. She began acting at the age of 17 while studying philosophy, psychology, and sociology at the Brunel University in Uxbridge, England. She also studied script writing and filmmaking at the Roehampton University. The British-born only child to her Nigerian parents has won several awards. Born Beverly Naya Bassi, please sit back and meet up close and personal Beverly Naya.
Yes, babe, come now.
Down below.
Becca.
Don't deny it, Daniel.
How you doing?
Come back here, Becca.
Don't touch me.
Come for here.
And you need to learn how to stop looking in people's trash.
I really want to thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to eventually do this long-awaited interview.
It's been a while. It's been a while. So I'm glad we're finally, having the interview.
Now you play a lot of roles and you get a lot of jobs to do. But how are you able to perform excellently from one role to the other?
If I decide to shoot a film, I've taken my time to decide that I'm doing that film. And therefore I'm able to spend a lot more time preparing for the character and bringing the best out of that character rather than just being done with the film and then the next day I'm on another set. Like I don't really run my career that way, so I would say that's the best approach, just the fact that I'm able to take a break or take as much time as I need after a project to focus on other things and then get back on set when there's a project that moves me or motivates me to be on set. Credibility is everything, and I feel like I've managed to build a fan base that trusts my work, so I wouldn't want to let them down by giving them content that they're not going to be proud of. So, I want to be proud of the work that I'm in, I think we've all made our mistakes in the past, but the more you grow in the industry, the more you learn, and the more you just kind of want to be wiser about the choices you're making. So yeah, that's how I feel.
Okay. How did you journey into acting anyway?
Basically, I was in uni studying, and my mum relocated to Nigeria, and she was just a bit concerned about what I would be doing in London after graduating. So she always knew that I was passionate about acting, and she was very much aware of the fact that the acting industry in England is a very, very tough one, and tough for a black person, mainly because it's dominated by the English or the white people and stuff like that. So when there are opportunities for black actors, they're usually stereotypical roles, and that's as far as it gets. That's as far as it goes. And even at that, you're dealing with like a lot of people going after those type of roles. So I mean, the opportunities are few and far between. So she was aware of this, and she just didn't want to ever see me in a position where I was unemployed and hustling to try and get my big break in the UK and stuff like that. So she started building contacts with me before I moved to Nigeria, like producer contacts and director contacts as well. So by the time I got here, like it was, I'd already had some contacts. So I was already working before I even finished university. So, if I had a half term or maybe summer, Christmas break or whatever, I would be in Nigeria working, then go back to London. So once I graduated, I'd already established something. And another thing that, aided my journey as well was producing my first film. So I'm grateful for all the opportunities that I've received and the producers and directors that have helped to push my career and take it to where it is today.
You're picking up.
How in the world did I get myself into this mess? How?
We closed for Christmas break yesterday.
What in the name of baby Jesus are you doing here, Mr. Hale King?
Barely a week ago, I was minding my business, so
Are you really going to walk away from a deal worth 250,000 naira?
Let's talk about the industry in general. Where exactly are we and where exactly can we be?
I think, as far as film production goes, I think there's been a drastic improvement. I feel like our films, especially the ones that make it into the cinema, are getting a lot better. The stories are getting stronger. They're listening to the people and understanding what the people want, and they're creating films that are competing with the international films, which is the best place to be, Our actors are doing really well as well. So I'm actually proud of where the industry is and where it's going. I just feel like there just needs to be some more structure in the industry. I feel like we still have a way to go. We're not close to where we should be yet, but we've definitely come really far considering where we were 20, 30 years ago. So I am proud of the industry, but a lot needs to change, a lot needs to improve. I want to see producers and actors making real money. Do you understand? Like being able to be comfortable and not just rely heavily on passion alone. I want to be able to see that in the industry more. I don't think we're there yet. And I think we need to just be a bit more united. And I think everyone just needs to realize and recognize their worth and walk into every room owning themselves and realizing that what they bring to the table is enough, and they shouldn't feel the need to compromise or take less than what they deserve, because it ruins it for everyone. So that's the truth. That's how I honestly feel. So yeah, I just feel like we do have a long way to go, but I do respect where we are right now and our zeal and our passion for the industry, and I do believe it's going to get better. That's what I genuinely believe. So I'm happy.
Yeah. And let's talk about Beverly now. You play a lot of beautiful roles and some bad roles too. Characters in your business, but we still love you anyway. But what's the real Beverly like?
First of all, I don't only play bad roles. I would say I'm just, I'm chilled. I'm a chilled person. I don't like drama. I don't like stress. I love to be around people that make me happy, positive people, positive vibes. I love to smile, laugh. I love to be around people that can bring out the fun side of me. So I'm an introvert when I'm around unfamiliar faces, but the second I'm super comfortable, I'm probably the loudest person in the room. So I would say that's the best way to describe me. I would say my hobbies are, I love to travel. I love to experience the world and visit different parts of the world and just experience the culture, the history. These are my favorite things to do. So yeah, that's what I would say is one of my hobbies. Another one is, I would say, watching not all series. Like if I've fallen in love with a series, I can literally binge watch it till I get to the very end, so far as I have enough time to do that. So I would say that's another hobby of mine. And I love going to the cinema alone, most especially alone. I just love being in the cinema and just watching a film by myself from time to time. And yeah, I think those are my hobbies. I'm an only child. What else can I say about myself? I'm from Delta State, the Igbo speaking part of Delta State. I'm from Iguzo. What else can I say? Yeah, that's it. Is there anything else you'd like to know?
Now we see Beverly on screen and we fall in love with her, and we now know a lot about you and know where you're from and what's going on with you. What is your own ideal man?
Ideal man, for me, just has to be a good human being. He has to know how to treat a woman with respect, and adore her and love her and cherish her. I love when a man is hardworking, when he's ambitious. Success is important to me as well, and loving God and just basically being a gentleman and appreciating and respecting the woman that he's with.
I know some time back we were having a conversation, I think at a premiere of one of the movies you were in, and we were talking about a documentary that you've made.
I produced a documentary last year titled Skin, and the documentary just basically focuses on colorism in Nigeria, which is the conversation around, you know, complexion and the hierarchy of beauty standards according to complexion, whereby you say one complexion is more desirable than the other, therefore making the other complexion feel inferior. You know, so that's what colorism is. You know, I'm happy that it's been able to be, it's been seen in South Africa, it's been seen in Kenya, it's been seen in San Francisco, New York, like the list is endless. It's shown at so many festivals around the world that I can't even count anymore. And we're about to show it in Los Angeles sometime in February at the Pan-African Film Festival, which is actually the biggest Black film festival in America. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm honored as well.
Without enough knowledge or not taking enough precautions while using those products, there has been grave damage that's occurred onto the skins.
My black is bold, your black is beautiful. My black is intelligent, your black is exciting. My black is black.
When you see a human being and the person is black, you notice the complexion, the richness of that complexion. That's black beauty. For anything else, you notice the skin. You cannot forget the skin.
Will you be thinking of a feature film? And if it's a feature film, what will you be looking at?
I do want to produce my own content, you know, films and whatever else. But what would be different? It would definitely be, I would choose only scripts that challenge me, you know, scripts that show my range as an actor, and scripts that actually move me as an actor as well, you know. Those are the type of scripts or films that I would produce. Okay, Dave, I'm about to tell you something that I've never told anyone before. Can you keep a secret? I would like to play a downtrodden woman. Not to say I haven't played, you know, a woman that's a victim of violence in a relationship, so domestic abuse and stuff. I have done that, but just someone that's like a victim all round and just a victim of the world, you know, and has experienced everything that could go wrong has gone wrong for this person, and she still tries to rise irrespective of all of the problems she's faced in her entire life. Like, I would love to play a character like that. If I have to create it myself, then maybe I'll do that.
And now let's look into the crystal ball and say, what's the future for Beverly, Naya?
The future for me is very bright, you know. I'm excited about my future. There's a number of things that I have going on that I'm very excited about. Not just as an actor, but, you know, obviously as a producer, and most especially as an entrepreneur, you know, which is kind of the path that I'm on, especially this year, because I just feel like outside of the glamour and the fluffiness of entertainment, we need to really start looking into how we make real, you know, money, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that really is my focus for this year, and just still ensuring that I'm in great films as well, you know, no matter what. Like, acting will always be my first love, but yeah, I just want to ensure that, you know, this year I'm securing other opportunities and situations and not just focusing too heavily on one thing, you know, because as you get older, you just have to be wiser, which is what I believe. So yeah.
I'm sure you'll be able to do that and a whole lot more. I really want to thank you once again for taking time out of your busy schedule to have this chat.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
New to this show, we now run news from the box office, which tells us highest grossing films from the cinema. As you know, the popularity of a film doesn't determine the quality of the film. Almost all times, box office hits never win awards, especially at the Oscars. Good films are determined by so many criteria, including screenplays, cinematography, sound, and other deeper look at them.
Let's begin with the top grossing films for this week. Currently grossing over 16 million naira is Sugar Rush, Nollywood's #1 box office.
The level of change is not normal. Oh, so say Sugar, giving them the one.
That her mother, Queen.
At #2 is The Legend of Inipi, with a weekend gross of over 7 million naira.
Oba Esigye wants war. What do?
We give him war!
And we burn down his kingdom. And we kill his children. And we take his wives as my slaves. Everything that breeds royalty in his kingdom, we kiss my feet.
Ayomakun, otherwise known as AY's Merry Men 2, directed by Moses Ingwang, is at #3 with over 4 million naira. Closely followed by Funke Akindele Bello's directorial debut movie, Your Excellency, at over 2 million naira weekend gross at #4.
God has him in nowadays.
The caterpillar of winning.
At #5 is Small Chops, and at #6 is Femi Adebayo's Survival of Jalili. This is followed closely by Secrets at #7, while Karimi Sani is at #8.
Efun Shetan Aniwura tells the true story of the most powerful and wealthiest Yoruba woman of the time, who dealt in slave trading and ammunition in the 17th century. She was an advocate for gender equality until she lost her only child and became depressed and vicious. Cast includes Clarence Chukura, Alex Osifo, Yemi Sholade, Shola Fusudo, Jai Kuti, Aduniade, Ebun Oloyede, and many others, directed by Yusuf Ojo. Come with us to the private screening in Lagos.
It is very important, because when you look at the fact that history has been
The reason why we did this movie basically is to tell people out there that they haven't seen or heard the true story of Efushetan Aniwura. And secondly, we're trying to do something really different from what other filmmakers are doing. We're trying to make a huge statement, so we thought it would be nice to do something really beautiful. So we're trying to tell our stories as well. So basically, that's why we shot Efushetan Aniwura.
No tie down.
To the ship, please.
Kojo gati, ọbẹ̀ fi style fi ẹsẹ̀ méjèèjì tiro.
Gàtí ẹ ló dẹ̀ máa pa ẹ́.
Ló máa pa bàbá ẹ̀.
Bàbá ta ni?
Ló máa pa bàbá ẹ̀. Double father yín. Triple father yín. Yes.
Well, trying to shoot the story was a bit difficult. We spoke with the family to give us permission, to shoot this movie, and a whole lot went wrong while we were trying to film this movie, and we tried to do a whole lot of stuff which I don't want to mention right now, but trust me, it's worth it.
I become my own God now!
I did not know I was pregnant, Lord. Open your eyes. Rakeke, you are pregnant. Follow sínú kòtò fún mi.
Iye mi náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, they are my slaves. I bought them with my money.
It's different. This was especially much more overwhelming because it's an epic and all of that. I think I've learned a few lessons. I've learned that it's good to be persistent, it's good to be resilient. Don't think that because you think that this is what people want to see, then that is what you continue to do. You should also venture out a little bit and try something else. And that's what I've learned from doing this. So I will continue to take risks, definitely, going forward.
Látòní lọ, ẹ fún ṣe ìtàn là máa sọ ọmọ ògùn rìn.
Ẹ fún ṣe tán lálẹ́ gàràgà, ẹ fún ṣe tán àníwúrà dé.
Daughters of Ibadan, we are on fire. Never again will we allow men to downgrade us. We and men, we have equal rights.
Èmi ẹ fún ṣe tán jẹ ẹran. Ajá ìwà abẹ ní ju irú. Dáfọ́ wẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́kọ́. Tí kì í bá ṣe ìfẹ́ tí mo ní sí Àjàní, wọ́n nìkan mú ọ, wọ́n ta ẹ̀ dànù. Ìkan náà àwọn.
Remember I told us earlier on.
What you will take home, firstly, what you will take home is the essence of the history that was in Yoruba land, you know, who the Yoruba people were 200 years ago, you know, and especially as a woman, if you are a woman and go to watch Efishetu Aniwura, you know, it's inspirational to you. Is a movie that would, you know, enable you know that 200 years ago, when there was nothing, a woman came. She became successful. She conquered. There's nothing stopping you. And of course, as a Nollywood enthusiast, you know, this is a return to the Nollywood that you loved to see. You know, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, not the Nollywood of today, but the real Nollywood, you know, that is what you'll take away.
Follow sínú kòtò fún mi.
Iye mi náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, they are my slaves. I bought them with my money, and I will do to them whatever pleases me. Látòṣe, o fẹ́ fọwọ́ kàn mí. Fọwọ́ kàn mí. I promise you that will be the last thing you ever do with your hands.
Ìbàdàn, ẹ wò mí ní.
Oh yeah, now.
And that's it for this show. We have more for you in the next show. Until then, I am Kui Shotari asking you to aim high, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you probably end up with a star.